Geek again. Fresh out of Convergence, and I'm tired. And I get home, and I've got a whole new set of problems that have drained me emotionally. So this is my excuse as to why this episode might be late, and why the next episode might be late. So I apologize for that now. I will continue to apologize that until the problem has fixed. And so with that, let's just get into the review. Phone's in the way. We are going old school this week. We've covered some current stuff. We covered some stuff in the 90s, maybe the late 80s. We've covered all kinds of stuff. And I've only been at it like a month or two. But today we're finally going old school. We've got old school MiniBot Transformers. Now, there wasn't really an official title for these, or the subset of Transformer figures back in the day. They were just the mini figure kind of figures. And there was a ton of them. There was Sea Spray, there was Warpath, there was Power Glide, there was Cliff Jumper, tons of them. But we're going to be covering 3 guys today. Not 1, not 2, 3. Can we count today? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we're going to be covering Brawn, Windcharger, and fan favorite, my personal favorite, the character that makes me wish I could afford a Volkswagen Beetle, Bumblebee. So, let's just get right into it. Okay guys, here they are. We got Brawn, Bumblebee, and Windcharger. Now, I want to point out, Bumblebee here is the only original figure here. These others are reissues, in a way. Like, for a while they were making Transformers just because they were popular, even before the movie. And these figures aren't really different. They're exact recreations, except there's a little hole peg right here on Brawn and Windcharger, because they were remade to be keychains. But they're still the same original, fully functional Transformers you got in the 80s. It's the same exact mold and everything. The joints might be a little stiffer, which is a good thing. And other than that, they are the exact same figures, just made a little more recently. But Bumblebee is all old school. You can tell because his joints are all beat to hell. And honestly, for me, I'm really lucky I still have the tires, because I had a rubber chewing phase when I was a kid. But somehow Bumblebee survived that. And that's another difference with these figures. Bumblebee's original, so he's got the rubber tires. These guys do not. They have plastic tires. And I'm guessing that's because of a safety code issue. I'm guessing. Don't charge me on that. Now, Bumblebee has gone through a couple of different phases back in the 80s. He and Cliff Jumper's parts got mixed up, or something to that effect, so there's like 4 different versions of Bumblebee. One where like he and Cliff Jumper's colors have been swapped, or something like that. One where the heads have been swapped. And there's a very rare one called Bumble Jump, I think, or Bumble Jumper, where it's some kind of mishmash of the 2 characters, and that one's really rare, and I don't think I've ever seen it physically, personally. But we're getting off topic. So this, what these figures look like in vehicle form. Brawn is the little all-terrain vehicle that really has no right being as tiny as he is. And I'm noticing my camera is really weird. Is like, if you look at the camera, it looks like it's shifting. It is not moving at all. I don't know why it's doing that. It's the first time I've ever noticed that, but we're gonna get on with that. And we got Windcharger. He's the exact same way. Plastic wheels, very solid. Kind of a muscle car look to him. Oh, okay, that changed real quick. And Bumblebee, of course, is the Volkswagen we all know and love. And I love this guy so much. He is easily the least solid figure of these 3, but that's because he was made 30 years ago and his joints have loosened up over time. And I blame that to age and nothing else. So we've seen him in vehicle form as they were meant to be originally seen. Now let's take a look at them in robot mode. Okay, and here we are in robot mode. As you can see, it's kind of clear that Brawn and Windcharger were keychains first, but if that's really a problem for you, just get like a nail file or some clippers and you can just easily get those things removed and trim down the plastic and it should be fine. And Bumblebee, by the way he's leaning, you can pretty much tell he is old and barely holding on. And the version I have, he's got the faceplate. And I hate that version. Only because the cartoons were the law for me. And my Bumblebee had a mouth. And honestly, on the show, all these guys had mouths. And they've all got faceplates in robot mode. It's really weird. Now, Brawn is a little oddly put together too, joint-wise. But Brawn's figure's always been weird to me. Like the way his arms come out and the way his doors stick out like that and the way his feet are just so goofy. I can't understand how this figure got past the concept stage with these feet. Ugh. But you know what? Whatever. He's an awesome character, so I'm happy we got him. And Windcharger, you can kind of tell where the formation came from, like how he came from vehicle to bot. But these guys are always a lot of fun to me, and they are hugely nostalgic. And I love them because they're just right out of history, and they're really, really cheap. Like, if you get newer re-releases, they're going to be cheaper. But even the old ones, they aren't really that expensive. Like, if you go after them complete in package, yeah, you're going to be paying a couple bucks. But these guys are really relatively cheap for collectible figures. I went looking for a Sea Spray a while ago, which I still have yet to get, only because I just don't have any money right now. But he's really cheap. I think I could get him for like $8, which is really, really cheap. And that might actually even be in packaging. I'm not sure. But if you're collecting to play with, I would skip these guys. Like, if you're getting a toy for your kid, don't get these, because these are a different time. They are not meant for today's youth. Get the figures you see at the stores. But if you're looking for something to bring you back to the day back in the 80s, these are perfect because they're cheap and they're easily the most nostalgic thing you will find today. Okay guys, that is it for me. The Geek. Bumblebee is still old. Now, time for the spiel. You want to check out more awesome reviews on comic books, cartoons, toys, video games, all that fun nerdy stuff, check out popculturenetwork.com. If you want to talk to myself or Dirt in Twitter, you can find Dirt at pcn_dirt.com, capital D, lowercase I, capital R-T. If you want to talk to me, I am at One Geek of Many. If you want to call the 24-hour voicemail hotline, it's open all the time. Call on Christmas if you feel the need. Share some Christmas stories or some great toy stories from your memory. Like, give us something awesome. Give us something to make a video about. I recall a Christmas contest that the guys had a couple years ago, and I shared my story, and I didn't win, but they still liked it enough because like my story didn't really fit the formula of what they were looking for, which is fine. But they liked it so much they still sent me something, and I'm honored and humbled by how awesome these guys are. But yeah, send us stuff. Give us your opinions. Give us your critiques. Tell us stories about your favorite figures or why you would like to see them featured on the show. I'll take submissions. You have a figure you want seen, if you can provide it, or if I have it, I will definitely do it. If you want to talk to more nerdy group people like yourselves, go to the forums at jointheforums.com. A lot of cool stuff to talk about and a lot of cool people there to talk with. And then if you want to see more of my stuff, because I review all sorts of stuff, I'm all over the spectrum, and I just got back from Convergence. There's going to be a huge con video about that. Plus, I just did an interview with the cast, crew, and characters of the upcoming web show Vermin, which will be starring Trace Ballou from Mystery Science Theater 3000. And those guys are awesome, too. Between PCN and Vermin, who previously did the show online called Transylvania Television, TV. Both these guys are just awesome, and I am so proud to have met both of these groups. And you just can't find a greater group of people. So, recap. PopCultureNetwork.com. PCN_dirt, or 1GigofMini on Twitter. Voicemail, I forgot to give you the number. 1-217-953-4025. Jointheforums.com. Talk to more geeks like ourselves. And the Geek Reviews on YouTube. YouTube/The Geek Reviews. I'm tired. Yeah, and pretty soon, probably within the next week, because I'm still waiting on some footage to come back, there will be a big video on the recent nerd explosion convention called Convergence, and you're not going to want to miss that, because there's a lot of fun stuff that happens at this con. So, until next time, this is the Geek saying, good journey.